guys, DM Philosopher here, Matt's the name. I'm just going to go over my latest map pack here. So what we've got is we've got the Cavalry Barracks. Okay, so the Cavalry Barracks will be an important part of any sort of Lord's army, as it would hold as heavy shock troops as such, as mounted cavalry would be. So this is the basic map. What we've got here is we've sort of got two halves to the map. On this half of the map we've got all of the stables. Stables are quite an extensive affair when you're dealing with a large number of animals. There are 39 animal booths here, and each booth would hold between 2 and 3 horses, or the double ones would hold between 4 and 6 horses. So there's definitely a lot of room here for a lot of horses, just shy of 120 maximum, 117 maximum, if you're doing 3. Now if you really wanted to be a rules lawyer about, you know, the space that a horse occupies, 5 by 10 foot, you could cram in a lot more horses, but I think that's a bit cruel. Anyway, so we've got a lot of stable stuff there. We've got anvils and something like that for the blacksmith to do, the horseshoes and something like that. And then on this half of the map we've got the barracks themselves for the soldiers. So we've got bedding here for 120 soldiers, and then we've got bedding on this part of the complex for 12 sort of maybe sergeants or lieutenants or something, and then the cavalry commander would be there. So all up there's definitely a lot of room for there's 133 beds here. There's a dining hall, a kitchen, everything that you need for a military barracks. Okay, so it's all here. So that was the gridded map. Here's the gridless map, the nighttime gridded map, and the nighttime gridless map. So definitely the detail is there. If we zoom in, you can see that even the barrels and something like that maintain the detail there, and so on. So these maps definitely maintain their quality, and are ideal for printing. Let's have a look at the point of view shots, as that establishes sort of the scene. So here's looking over the wall of the entrance to the barracks. This is the courtyard, or the assembly point. And so we've got a number of wagons here. Some of them are being offloaded or loaded up, and we can see them clearer here. So you got the wagons, various goods and something like that it takes to run a cavalry base. We've got the entranceway to the stables. There's these large overarching beams with pulley rope systems here. I'd imagine that your knights, if they are knights, would need a bit of lifting power to get up on top of their horses if you wanted to be historically accurate. Yes, there's just another shot of that. We've got the barracks, stables in there. We sort of head in there and you can see down the stable ranks. Another stable, that's the end stables, and that's the other stables there. And that's kind of looking down the front of the building towards where the quarters, the soldier quarters are. So there's a big fire pit here, so that they can sort of cook the meals for 130 odd people. And if we go in this part here, we get the Knights Barracks. These are one of there's 4 rooms with 3 beds in each, and those are the Knights Barracks. That's the Commander's room. There's a sort of an office room for administration for that. Here's the kitchen, the dining room. That's a little storage room, and that's the General Soldier's Barracks room. It's pretty much the same for all of the barracks rooms. So we've got the same point of view shots at night time, so exactly the same vantage points as the daytime shots, just taken with a nighttime filter, so that you can operate this encounter or whatever you want to do with this at day or night. So that is the Cavalry Barracks. I hope you enjoy that. I hope it enriches your campaign. You can find this on RPG Now. I'll post a link for it underneath my YouTube clip. Otherwise, happy gaming, people.